Right, well, Insane Cope from the BBC here. The content chief has come out and been like, Doctor Who? Bro, it's fine, mate. Not obviously like that, but he said that the Tardis is going nowhere with or without Disney. No one said that it will be leaving the BBC. No one said that it will be done forever. No one said that. What people said was that you have driven it completely into the ground, whilst also hiking up the budgets to insane levels. And because you drove it into the ground and you disenfranchised the audience, it no longer justifies its own existence. Therefore, it will be cancelled for a bit. That's what people said. That's what I said. I said, if anyone believes this is going to be gone forever, you're an idiot. Because of course it's not going to be gone forever. It's an IP. And IPs will always live on. Because content editors, showcases, owners, whatever, are incredibly lazy and creatively bankrupt. And they will not create new IP. Because that's the world we live in. We look to mine IP that is pre-existing rather than creating new ones now. So it was never going to go anywhere. It was always going to stay with the BBC. But it's absolutely been put on pause because you can't justify 1 million people watching it, or even less than that at one point, I think. I can't remember. Maybe. You can't justify that. You can't. You can't justify that with a price tag. And if by some, I don't know, some miracle you believe that and that it will continue, I mean, they'll be doing it. Well, I don't know why, because the BBC's dying anyway. Anyway, I thought we'd take a look. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Do turn the bell notifications on. I honestly thought I was going to be done making Doctor Who videos. Like, I covered, Shooter Gatwa's first season. I covered the second one. And then I thought I'd be done because they said that it's just going to be gone for a while. I covered all of the behind the scenes stuff and people were like, you're making it up. Yeah? Yeah? Was I? It's looking a lot likely that I was telling the truth now, isn't it? Anyway, I thought I'd be done making videos on this piece of crap, but yeah, we're still here. So, the headline is BBC content chief on Doctor Who's future. The TARDIS is going nowhere with or without Disney. Again, no one said this. This is just, it's just disingenuous, basically. So the Time Lord will not be teleporting away from the BBC anytime soon. No one said it would. No one said it would. I think there was one content creator online that legitimately does actually just make stuff up. And I think they said that someone was going to buy it, which is just nonsense. Like, that was never going to happen. But don't listen to people like that. Don't listen to anyone that makes outlandish claims like that. Because remember, you've got to remember, right, the BBC doesn't need to sell IP, right? They just don't. So if anyone says they're going to sell it, don't listen to them because they fundamentally don't understand what the BBC is. The BBC is funded by force, effectively, by the UK population. It doesn't have to make or break it. IP doesn't have to make or break, right? They're in a unique position where they can just keep making content that isn't getting good views. And they can do that, they can justify that because they're going to get money regardless. Now, they can't do it with the budgets that they were doing before. That's the key difference. They can't do it. So they have to be, this will have to be put on hiatus because they do have to either restructure how they're going to fund it to the same degree or put it on a momentary pause so people forget what it was like before and then tactically come back. Strategic. But yeah, they were never going to sell it. So yeah, that's the message from Kate Phillips, the BBC's new Chief Content Officer, who said the British national broadcaster is committed to Doctor Who with or without Disney. Yeah, because she's a raging tit as well. So speculation has been swirling around the sci-fi series for months amid plunging ratings and concerns that Disney Plus could pull out of its co-production deal with the BBC. Well, that's a given that they are. So showrunner Rusty Davies said in June that we don't know what's happening yet regarding Doctor Who's future. One thing is certain, Shooter Gatwa has confirmed his exit as the Doctor. Yeah, obviously. So season 15 ended on an ambiguous role. My eyes today. As Gatwa regenerated into Billy Piper's Rose Tyler, produced by Bad Wolf, spin-off series The War Between the Land and the Sea is up next. So speaking at the Edinburgh TV Festival, Philip said, quote, "Rest assured, Doctor Who's going nowhere. Disney has been a great partnership." So has been, that's saying that it's done, by the way, obviously. I mean, has been, that is past tense. It's not an ongoing partnership. So, you can read into that that's not what she means, but the Disney deal's dead. And it continues with the war between the land and the sea next year. But going forward, with or without Disney, Doctor Who will still be on the BBC. The TARDIS is going nowhere. Yeah, it was never not going to be on the BBC. This is just pure nonsense. And this is them saying nothing while saying stuff. Like, there is no substance here. And anyone reporting on this as if there's any substance behind this, you're an imbecile. This is saying we're not selling it and it'll still be on the BBC. Maybe if we look to continue it, who knows, we'll see. That's all that is. So Lindsay Salt, the BBC's director of scripted, added that the corporation was committed to Doctor Who, noting that it continues to perform well with young viewers. No, it doesn't. That's a lie. Liar. You're a liar. That's a straight up lie. We know that. You're a liar. It has massively diminished. The audience is so minuscule. It's the lowest it's ever been. You're a liar. Lies. Liar. That's all that is. It's a straight up lie. Continues to perform well with young viewers. Maybe. But is it doing better than it did, say, 40 years ago? Or I don't know, even before that? No. You're a liar. So Deadline analysed the official 7-day viewing figures for season 15, and it does not make easy reading for those involved in Doctor Who. So funny that even Deadline's like, liars. So the season averaged 3.2 million viewers over its 8 episodes, so that's 7-day all-in figures, which was 500,000 viewers down from last year's season. Gant was first as the Doctor, compared season 15 to Jodie Whittaker's last outing as the Time Lord, and things get grimmer. Season 13 pulled in 1.7 million more viewers, averaging 4.9 million in 2021. Deadline used viewing figures from Barb, which is the UK's official ratings body. They include on-demand and streaming, but they're not the full picture. Yeah, they are. This is just straight up lies. So this is dead, but this is just them trying to say something without saying anything. And you're a liar. You're a straight up liar. It has not performed well. You're a liar.